Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make the easiest, simplest cream cheese with only one ingredient and no fuzz. So maybe you're here because there is a bit of a cream cheese shortage as of the time of recording this video in December 2021. Or maybe you're here because you're like me, you just like to make your own fermented dairy and you're always interested in making things from scratch. If you have been following me, you might know that all of my recipes are always simple and no fuzz because that's just not what I like and that's just not what I do. And I'm always drawn to things that are simple and easy and are not overly complicated and still get you good results. If you are new on my channel, my name is Anya and I love sharing our simple heritage homemaking and homesteading journey with a lot of recipes and DIYs. And here I'm going to show you exactly how to make your cream cheese. Before I want to say that we love eating cream cheese. My husband catches and smokes his own salmon. There is a video card up here if you're interested in how he does that and if you actually want to meet my husband. And so we've always been wanting to eat cream cheese. Now we have checked out various methods and there is a method in which you use a starter culture. However, I will be leaving a link for the starter culture in the description box below this video, just in case you wonder where you can get that, because for me that is probably the next best method. And then there's a method in which you curdle with lemon juice and vinegar, and then you boil, and then you process, and then you get a pretty good result, but that's just a few too many steps for me. And then I tried a method in which you use yogurt, whole plain yogurt, and I have done that, and I was, let me put it this way, I was underwhelmed because I felt that the final product was the right consistency, but it just tasted like dense yogurt. It was too sour, and my cream cheese, I wanted to be a little fattier and I wanted to be creamier and not quite have that sour taste, even though it is a fermented dairy. So I'm gonna show you exactly what you need. You need a tub of sour cream. I always think that starting with the highest quality ingredients that you can afford is a good idea. So this is from Trader Joe's. I often make my own sour cream, and once I have that video up, I'll be leaving a link to that video up here so you can check that out, and then you can make your cream cheese and sour cream from scratch all the way from start to finish. Now I'm starting with something store-bought because that's probably what most of you will be doing. And then you need a cheesecloth, and that's essentially it, and just a little bit of time. But in the meantime, you're not doing anything hands-on. So last night I took that tub of cream cheese and I had my cheesecloth, and you want something that is a very, very fine mesh. So a nut milk bag might not quite exactly work because the cream cheese is pretty, how am I going to say this? It has a pretty smooth consistency. There's no curdles in it. And what happens if you have too big of a hole in the mesh, then the cream cheese is just going to go through the hole. So what we want is we want the whey to drain, and we want to retain the solids from the sour cream to make the cream cheese. So you can also double line your cheesecloth if you want, and then all you do is you dump your sour cream right onto the cheesecloth over a bowl. And then I like to take the two ends or the four ends of the cheesecloth, tie that into a knot, and hang it from one of the knobs of my kitchen cabinets. So as you can see, I was doing that last night because I wanted this to drain overnight, and then in the morning or some 12 hours later, you have your cream cheese. The beauty of this is that you're letting gravity do its thing, because the whey, the liquid from the sour cream, will drain into the bowl just by sheer weight instead of having to press and to use your hands, because that doesn't quite work so well. And then it just kind of drips overnight. And this works especially well in the winter because it's cold in the kitchen. In the summer, if you have a very hot kitchen, you might want to do this in the refrigerator if there's any way you can do this, or simply line a sieve with the cheesecloth and then set that over a bowl into the refrigerator overnight. It's not quite the same, but if you're worried about the cream cheese or the sour cream spoiling too soon, you can do that in the refrigerator overnight. So now I'm going to bring you over to where this is draining. And you can see here, I'm going to move you up. Here I have the cheesecloth hanging from the knob of the kitchen cabinet. And down here you can see that the whey has been draining, and here is our cream cheese. So we'll bring that over to my cutting board and my regular station and transfer it to a nicer bowl. I'm putting it on a plate so that it doesn't drip onto my kitchen counter. I will untie the knot here. Actually, I put it 2 knots just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. And here is my beautiful piece of cream cheese. Isn't that beautiful? I have a spoon here and I have a glass dish that's just about the right size for this. And I will take this piece just as it is, without the cheesecloth, and put it right in here. And as you can see, the consistency is not quite as dense, but almost, and it is full of flavor, and I can get the last little bits and pieces here. If you're like me and you like to leave no waste behind, you can gather them from the cheesecloth. And here you go, you have your cream cheese. Here's your cream cheese. I'm going to give this a try. What am I going to say? It tastes like cream cheese. It is actually fairly dense because I let it drain over 12 hours in a cool kitchen. And I can put my lid on. And now we have cream cheese to eat on our bagels with our smoked salmon, or to bake with for our cheesecakes. Whatever else you do with your cream cheese. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give me a like, and it always means the world to me if you subscribe to my channel if you're new. And if you're looking for more fermented dairy recipes, I have an entire playlist here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.